there, my name is Phil Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And if you enjoy this channel, if you like this content, if you can consider hitting the subscribe button, even though I literally just asked you to do that, that makes my life freaking awesome. I tell you, my channel is still small enough that every time I get a new subscriber, I'm like, oh, it's so exciting. And I'm assuming you like Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who. You like Doctor Who. We all like Doctor Who. So I want to give you Doctor Who. I am giving away this DVD box set, the E-Space Trilogy, featuring Tom Baker, Lalla Ward, and Matthew Waterhouse from 81. The story is Full Circle, State of Decay, and Warrior's Gate. And tons of extras. And it's also, these stories were filmed just as Tom Baker and Lalla Ward's marriage was completely imploding and tearing apart. And you can see the complete hatred they have for one another at this point during these stories. Again, all you have to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribe being the important point. I don't know how I can check if you're subscribing, but because I'm still a bit of a newbie at all this. But please do subscribe, and you leave the hashtag Marshmen. Marshmen were, of course, the monsters in Full Circle. We do the prize drawing on the TardisZone. Airs on Sundays. We have a panel there talking about the episode of Doctor Who from that week. And look, if you want to tune into that, please do. But you should know is we're not very pro the Chris Chibnall era. If you really love it, that's fine. That's totally fine. In fact, chime in on the chat if you want to come in and be another pundit. I think we could use another voice, but just be warned, okay? This is not an attack on you. But that's where we give away the DVDs. I'm going to be doing it for the rest of the season of Doctor Who. Okay, so nothing about this season of Doctor Who is Big Finish's Dark Universe, which this is a review of. It stars Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Orred, and Mark Bonner as the 7th Doctor, Ace, and the 11. All freaking fantastic characters, and this release should have been like unmissable. This release should have been fantastic. And unfortunately, through no real fault of its own, which is really sad, it is a bit. It's not as it doesn't have the gravitas that it really should have done. Fine. So Sophie Aldred is playing a much older Ace in this release. She's I think she's her current age. She hasn't seen the Doctor for 20 years, so now they got to do like a nice 20-year gap. They could do like the last story set 20 years earlier, and she's got this charitable foundation called A Charitable Earth. The initials of it obviously making up Ace. Sylvester McCoy, he looks like, from the cover, he's older in his regeneration at this point. He looks to me like he's wearing something closer to the Paul McGann movie costume, the costume he wore in that. Did he have a sweater on, or was he wearing a waistcoat? I really can't remember. In the cover of this, he's wearing a sweater. And Mark Bonner plays the 11. The 11 is freaking awesome. One of the best villains Big Finish have ever come up with. Is essentially he's a Time Lord, and once he regenerates, his personalities don't recede into the back of his mind, but they stay active voices. So he's basically got a split personality disorder, and there's like 11 of him going on at once, all in one body. Mark Bonner's acting is fantastic because each time he has a different incarnation, which are all very unique and very distinctive. You can tell the difference. You know it when it's the 1 and the 4 and the 6. There's one incarnation that was good, the 8. And again, he was introduced, a fantastic villain introduced in the Paul McGann box set, Doom Coalition. I think probably one of them. I think that's the most successful series of box sets they've done. Yeah, that's what I would say. And in that we get a little teaser of Sylvester McCoy capturing the 11, which this release is the story of. And so yeah, I was super excited for this, and it also fits into the overarching theme of these 3 Sylvester McCoy releases, which is, I think, it's Sylvester McCoy versus the supervillains. Like this month it's the 11. Next month it's going to be the Psychic Circus. You got in Reddington, the Chief Clown. And who else? I can't, Deadbeat, whatever his name is. And then the month after, you have Rufus Hound as the fantastic meddling monk. I love his meddling monk. And Ian McNeice as Churchill, set in 45. So yeah, that's the linking tissue for this cycle of Sylvester McCoy Doctor Who releases. Okay, where this one fails, and it's really tragic. It fails there. Is that I think it's a bit too throwaway. It's a bit too light. This should have been a titanic struggle between two incredible forces. And yeah, Sylvester McCoy and Mark Bonner just have the acting chops to go head to head against each other. Fantastic, and they don't do that so much here, which is sad. By the way, if you haven't heard it, Big Finish did a version of Space 1999, which was really good. Mark Bonner starred in that as Commander Koenig. I really hope they're doing more of those. By the way, they haven't really announced anymore. But I'm totally on board. Although there's too much Big Finish coming out, I'm so behind. I've still got to listen to the River Song box set and the Fourth Doctor box set. I didn't even get Adam Adamant because I just don't have enough time on my day. And I got their short trips with Katie Manning, and I haven't even listened to Starcots from December yet. That's how behind I am. And now we're in February already. Oh, they got Restoration coming out. Then their final Blake 7. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. Okay, I've gone off on tangents too much. Let's talk about Dark Universe. So the basic premise of this is that Ace is older, and she has some lingering bad feelings towards the Doctor. Realizing that all the time that he was with her, taking the Gabriel Chase, all the other stuff, wasn't really so nice. It was quite. She realized he was quite manipulative. Or is she? I think this. I think she probably is to a certain extent, and the author of this is Guy Adams, always reliable. Fantastic author. His name on a release means I am almost definitely going to buy it. He said the influence of this was it was like one of the American superhero comic books when they have like a crossover event and they have to up the ante and up the ante and up the ante and make like the biggest threat humanly possible. So that's essentially what they did here. It falls into a bit of an ongoing trope which I've seen in Big Finish over the last few months of asking what happens when the villain wins and how boring that can be. They dealt with that a lot in the War Master set, the Anti-Genesis, which was freaking awesome. See, that was like a 10 out of 10 at release. This one should have been. I just felt it needed more of a build up. I felt it needed to be bigger. I thought this was just too light. This was like a season finale that it did as a season opener. It didn't have the gravitas that I think it really needed and deserved. So yeah, how would I rate this? I'll give this like a 7 out of 10, like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Which for me, if you're a subscriber, fine. I recommend that everybody subscribe to Big Finish because again, their output is normally fantastic. But yeah, it's worth the money. It's worth your subscription fee. If you're not a subscriber, I wouldn't call it essential listening. I think it's a view. I wouldn't call it essential listening. And the tragedy, it really should be. It should have been essential listening, but it's really not. It's not an avoid, not a must listen. But if you're in the mood, if you're a subscriber, it's worth your money. If not, I can't really tell you to rush out and buy this one. My name is Phila Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Unfortunately, my channel is small enough that I do. If you take the trouble to comment, I will take the trouble to reply to you. And if there's anything you want me to cover, just let me know. I will be more than happy to do whatever you guys want. So, like, share, subscribe. Have yourself a fantastic and blessed day.